to the ScamSlam channel. I'm here to bring you content from both shady and some not so shady individuals on TikTok. Ever scrolled through your For You page and come across a sketchy scam or a questionable character? Well, you're not alone, and that's where I come in. On this channel, I'll be diving deep into the world of TikTok to expose scams, scammers, and problematic content to steer clear of. From beggars, scammers, fakers, liars, abusers, and awareness creators that you watch, I'll be here to share it all. I'll be doing it all through showing live streams and adding in comments where appropriate. Be sure to look out for those red flags. So if you want to stay informed on what's really going on in the world of TikTok, then hit that subscribe button and join me on this wild ride. Let's expose the truth together, and reminder, don't send money to anyone on TikTok.
Before I came on, good to go. You know, started taking my epilepsy medication again. So, I'll be alright. Hello. How is everyone? Today was one of those days. Tell you what. Oh, I'm just hurting for certain. Earlier I was sitting forward, you know how I usually sit when I'm back in the back. So, like, have my feet under me or whatever, which is stupid because that's why I moved in here. So, you know, with the osteoporosis and arthritis and shit, I'm hurting for certain. Like, my lower back all the way down to my toes. But I'm alright. I'll be fine. Grin and bear it. Push through the pain. You know, that's what I'm used to. Imagine having the man you think is your uncle telling you the day after you're released from the hospital from having major surgery 2 days prior that if you want or need anything, you gotta get up and do it yourself because, you know, he's tired of taking care of you, which he never took care of you, and you're still confused to this day where the fuck that came from. And he's like, you can push through the pain, I do it, you can do it too. Motherfucker, you ain't never had real major surgery in your fucking life. So yeah, that was fun. So, let's see. 16 days. 16 days is my surgery, and I still don't know what I'm gonna do. Because now I don't have... I changed doctors, and I don't see the new doctor till after surgery. I'll be fine. Right? I'm taking care of myself after surgery before. At least this time they're taking something out, not putting something in. So yeah, I'm sure I'll be alright. I'm gonna make sure I have everything where it needs to be beforehand. Make sure I have whatever I'm gonna eat for like at least 2, maybe 3 weeks made up and frozen. So where I could just thaw it out, you know, like I have the big thing of chicken noodle soup in there in the freezer. I have the chili mac in the freezer. And there's some skillet meals in the freezer, like orange chicken. So I'm gonna make sure I have all that taken care of, and I need to get a hold of the weekly delivery place and say, hey, I need pre-made meals started. Uh, Instead of fresh groceries, I need pre-made meals. It's wonderful. But hopefully, I'm praying this will be the last time I have to have this surgery. You know, never have to worry about it again, I hope. And more important things to worry about. I know it's my health, but I have more important things to worry about than having to have this fucked up surgery all the time. I do thank God that higher power, whatever you want to call, I'm very grateful that it's not gastroparesis. That's diverticulitis, but I'm still trying to figure out how I got misdiagnosed. With all the CAT scans I've had, how the fuck did they not find it? Don't answer that, I'm pretty sure I already know. Just the same way I was misdiagnosed and put on a bunch of medications I never needed. So, I looked it up. I'm not going to be able to work out for like 4 to 6 weeks after surgery. So I as well cancel my gym membership and then start a new one when that time comes because heavy weightlifting, doing weights, that kind of thing is not an the ab machine with the weights, not a good idea with diverticulitis. I looked up what type of workouts I could do, whatever. Walking, light weights. Here I am, 50 to 100 pounds, 75 to 100 pounds, 100 to count. Yeah, walking, light weights, and water aerobics. Yeah, that's okay. So, but hey, LA Fitness, at least they have a pool. So I'm gonna go down cancel my gym membership that I have right now. And then after surgery and I heal and everything, I'll go to LA Fitness. Of course, I'm supposed to go there on Saturday. I have a 3-day pass, so I might as well use it. Go swimming, walk on the treadmill, try not to push myself. Because I don't want what happened last time to happen again. Where I'm so sore I can't fucking move. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to bounce. I'm ready. I don't like the cold and all the negative energies here. seem to just. I pick them all up. I don't like it. And the incompetence. Half the doctors, it seems, don't know their ass from hole in the ground. And it's really bad when I get when a doctor gets me to trust him, and then breaks my trust. So I have to get a new doctor, which I did. Like I said, I don't go to see the new one till after surgery, so I get to take care of myself after major surgery. Wish me luck. It'll be okay. Everything works out the way it's supposed to. Everything works out exactly the way it's meant to. Sometimes we never understand why it works out the way it does. Trust me, there's a lot of things I don't understand. Like I'm still trying to come to terms with the fact that everything is real. That the whole everything about my past and everything is real. That I grew up with a bunch of monsters. I'm still trying to come to terms with that. It's still kind of like, how the fuck did this happen? But it was fucking nuts. And clearly, the rest of that family is too, because otherwise, why would they protect her? You know, well, they wouldn't have done what they did if they weren't. But of course, she was a victim too, because yeah, as angry as I am, and as much as I hate her, because I do, I have to stop and think about what she went through too. Like the fact that she was pregnant when she was 13. She most likely gave birth when she was 13. 14, no, 1973. And the father most likely was Jack, her father. So that would do something to you. Clearly, in the family that she grew up in, and that would do something to you. I'm just a freak of nature. But with all the abuse she endured, and I know she endured a lot of abuse, but she was mentally ill to begin with, and everything they did to her just made it worse. That's no excuse, and I know that's no excuse. Especially when they continue to allow her to keep either having children or taking children after unaliving, whether it be accident or whatever, you know, negligence. You know, I'm going to. I'm guessing that my hypothesis, theory, whatever you want to call it. You know, when a woman has a baby and then the baby, for some reason, either is stillborn or loses its life for one reason or another, that'll do something to that female, right? Now, if the female already had mental health issues to begin with, it makes it worse. And if she continuously had children and something were to happen to the baby, it would be worse and worse, right? Quite honestly, I'm probably the only one that ever actually truly loved Sue. I'm the only one that took care of her. I'm the only one that protected her. She was a horrible mother. I'm not gonna, didn't. She wasn't my mother, and I don't think at this point I'm doubting she ever had Brad or Shade. How does a woman with black hair have children with blonde hair? Along with the heights of the children. That's another thing. Because a woman who's 5'8" and a guy who's 6 foot get together and have a child, they're not gonna have a daughter that's 6 or 5'4". Just like Brad's like 5'6". She was 5'8", and I think Paul was like 5'10". That doesn't add up either. And there is a child that went missing in the 80s in Colorado Springs, and the age progression looks like Brad. Teeth and all. I don't know if she ever had, like, I don't know if she gave birth to Shade. I don't know if she gave birth to Brad, but I don't remember her being pregnant with Brad. My mind never stops. I wish it would. So, how's everybody else doing? Still here trying to solve the mystery. Hopefully, soon the mystery will be solved. At least part of it. As to who I really am. But here's the thing, no matter what my real name is, or where I really came from, that doesn't make me who I am. If that makes sense. Who I am is who I've always been, and I'm still figuring out who I am. Because when you put on a mask and put on a front for so long, And you stay quiet for so long. You play stupid for so long. And you're so good at it that people believe you are actually stupid, even though you prove that you're not. I'm ready for my happily ever after. I am. And I deserve my happily ever after. I deserve my happily ever after. I want it all. I want it all. I want to be with the man that I'm in love with. I want to spend the rest of my life with him. I want to prove who I really am, and I want to be reunited with my real family. I want it all. And I want to have the career I want, and I want all the good things that life has to offer, because I deserve it. I had the fairy tale fucked up beginnings. And now I'm ready for my happily ever after. Don't ask why I'm crying. I don't know. Oh, shit. Well, my happily ever after, I want to spend the rest of my life with Frankie, and if we ever got married, his new song that's coming out, that would be a wedding song. It's perfect. I'm ready for whatever is to come. And this year's, my year's, it's the beginning of happily ever after. I feel it. And I still have that song stuck in my head. I've had the same song stuck in my head for the past 3 days. I love the song. I just don't know why. It's maybe longer than that, longer than 3 days. I love the song. I don't know why it's stuck in my head though. Loving you is easy because you're beautiful. Making love with you is all I wanna do. Loving you is more than just a dream come true. Every time that I'm more in love with you. La 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 la. I don't know why it's stuck in my head. That's the part that's stuck in my head. For probably a week now. It's been a while. bit longer than 3 days. So who knows? Maybe whatever the reason is, maybe I'm gonna find out whatever the reason stuck in my head soon. I hope. It's driving me crazy. But I do love the song. Yeah. In love with you is all I wanna do. I better check to see. So, um, as long as I don't get a cancellation, tomorrow I go to do the makeup testing again. As long as there's no cancellation. Okay, let's see. One thing I hate is being out of my supplements, and the frickin' company, the delivery place people were supposed to deliver them yesterday and today, still not here. So I reached out to the company. At least they're replacing them. Yitty. um, hang on. Must have missed something. Sorry. Okay, so where's the love of my life? Well, I think he's probably in Florida right now at his house. He could be somewhere else because he travels a bit. He's an entertainer. I've been waiting for that man for 5 years. Yeah, it was around this time 5 years ago. First time I ever laid eyes on him. And he knows exactly how I feel about him. And he has known for quite some time. But he had a lot of healing to do, and I had a lot of healing to do, and who knows what's going to happen. All I can do is cross my fingers and toes and hope he wakes up, smells the roses, and, you know, finally tells me how he feels. whether it's good or bad. I'm bigger, I can handle rejection. I think if that was the case,
the techniques that Scotty does. It makes you wonder.
You know. At least I hope he would have told me by now. I've even thought about, because all this wedding shit that I've been seeing and getting emails about and phone calls and I still don't understand how I was entered into any contest or anything for any wedding shit. Evidently, I got another call tonight too. And it was a DJ. And he asked me, he's like, talked about this wedding, this bridal show. I was like, honestly, I don't know how many calls I've gotten now, but I didn't know anything about this bridal show until I started getting phone calls. And I've even won a facial of some sort, and in order to be entered into that, somebody at the place that went to this event put my name and phone number in the drawing. I don't know why, and I don't know who it could be. So unless I'm getting married and I don't know it, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Shit's getting weird. I'll tell you what, if I swore over December of 2020, I would never be in a relationship again, was never gonna fall in love, never get married, nothing. I'd be single the rest of my life. Then 2 months later, I saw Frankie for the first time. That was it. I'll always remember the video I saw him first. Black cat turned backwards, long sleeve tannish brownish shirt, glasses on the front of his shirt, and khaki shorts or pants. But he was sitting down. They thing built me up buttercup. And before he ever opened his mouth, I had no idea who the fuck he was. But I was in love with him. First moment I ever laid eyes on him. Saw his heart and his soul. Then he started singing. I'm like, oh my god, who is this guy? He needs to be doing this for a career. I had no fucking idea that's what he did for a career. Because it wasn't on his actual account. It was on one of those scammer accounts. So, I eventually figured out who he was. Yeah. Where I saw him? It was on TikTok. One of the videos on TikTok I saw. But yeah. And it's been 5 years, and we've seen each other in person. Well, flirting back and forth. I'm madly in love with him, and I have been for 5 years. Yeah, that song, "I Only Have Eyes for You," that'd be it. Because any attraction I had to anybody else went out the fucking window when I saw him. So I'm just waiting till he tells me either way. I said if he doesn't, it's okay. On my Instagram. We're mutuals on Instagram. Why do you ask? Mutuals with a lot of people. You'd be surprised. Here's what I'm gonna say, because a lot of people do fangirling and in awe of celebrities and things like that, right? Oh yes, he knows. Trust and believe, he knows. I've told him to his face. Yes, he's very well aware. Very, very well aware. But he's been hurt a lot in the past, and you know, if he's going to be with someone, he's going to be somebody that he knows wants to be with him for the right reasons. And whoever it is, whether it's me or somebody else, as long as he's happy, that's all that matters to me. Because, someone in his situation, if they're going to be with somebody, they're going to want to make sure that the person is going to be with them for the right reasons. And not because of his name or his career or money or whatever the fuck, right? And that would just be stupid to be with somebody for that reason. Because a lot of people, go crazy over celebrities. I don't understand that either. Here's the thing about celebrities. The only reason they're celebrities is because that's the career they choose to be in. They get up the same way we do, just in nicer places, but sometimes not. They're human. That's why whenever I see any, I've met enough, a few celebrities and that I had conversations. I don't fangirl over any of them. Talk to them like they're normal human beings. You admire them for, their work because they're so talented and everything, but you still talk to them like they're normal human fucking beings. Because they are. Only, very talented. See, I think for some reason, most people want to be famous, right? And they will do anything to be famous. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I have my suspicions, but I don't know for sure. I have said if you don't feel the same way about me, just tell me. Skywrite it. Tell me in the letter. Tell me on the phone. Tell me to my face. Just tell me. And that was before Weeks of Wishes 2023. And he left me on red. So yeah. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not gonna know until he tells me. Till he actually physically tells me. Because there's so many people that say he was actually flirting with me in the video of me and him together. I thought he was being nice. Okay, I don't know. I've had people tell me they could tell he feels the same way about me by that video. I just thought he was being nice. See, if a guy likes me, it goes right over my fucking head unless they tell me. He could throw a book at me that says, I feel the same way about you, and it's gonna fucking hit me in the head, and I'm not gonna. It's gonna, he has to physically tell me. It's the only way I'll know for sure. But one thing I do know is I know for a fact he is my soulmate. And I know that's because the soulmate sketch I got looks just like him. It looks like him. So now he needs to wake up and realize that too. Like I said many times, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I could tell a man till I'm blue in the face how I feel about him, and I have. I didn't even tell him he's my soulmate and show him the soulmate drawing and everything, but until he decides or realizes or whatever, nothing I can fucking do. It's not like back in the caveman days where you can hit him over the head with a rock and drag him back to your cave, I just know how I feel about him. And how I'm always going to feel about him. And I just hope he feels the same way. I mean, Valentine's Day is in 10 days. Oh, shit. Right? So, I wish I knew how he felt. It's been 5 fucking years. You would think at some point he would just tell me. And if he doesn't feel the same way, it's okay too. Will I ever be with anyone if it's not him? No. He is the only one I would ever be with if I was ever going to be with anyone. If it's not him, it's nobody. I decided a long time ago. That's almost like what the Whitney Houston song should. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. Okay. I decided back in December of 2020 that I would be single the rest of my life. Period. I was never like single, celibate the rest of my life. And I have been celibate. I've been completely, this whole entire time, I have been very, I can't be with anybody physically unless it would be him. So either I'm going to be with him or I'm going to be an old maid, you know. It's been over 5 years, so. But I've been true to him the whole time. That's the thing. I'm one that doesn't need to be with anybody. I'm cool by myself, you know. I take care of myself and do what I want to do and everything. He's the exception. He's it for me. If it ain't him, it ain't nobody. Ever. Just Frankie. Frankie and only Frankie. I've gotten a lot of shit because of how I feel about him, because I'm very vocal about how I feel about him. And I've been told a lot of shit too. He'll never be with you. Why? He comes from 2 different backgrounds. Yeah. I didn't know that had anything to do with with 2 people getting together. Just like, you know, look at him, look at you. He can have whoever he wants. He would never be with something like you. Heard that from Linda. You know, I've been called delusional. I've been called a lot of things. You know? But I've said it before and I'll say it again. The only person that can tell me that he wouldn't be with me or whatever is him. He's the only one I listen to. So, yeah. Before you know it, I'll be leaving for the UK as it is. And hopefully, shortly after I get there, hopefully it won't take long to get there and, get the DNA and get the results. Go from there. And hopefully that also puts the end to a very, very big mystery. London. I'm 95% sure I'm Catrice Lee. For many reasons. birthmark in the same spot. Mole, she had one too if you zoom in on her picture. I have a club thumb. I zoomed in on hers. It looks like she has the same club thumb. And it seems that as soon as people see, yeah, it'll be okay. It's been over 44 years. Catrice Lee went missing on November 28th, 1981, on her birthday, her second birthday. I'm not wearing my glasses because they were giving me a headache. That's like the only thing I've left to find out. Because I'm going to this eye specialist after, a bit after my surgery. And they're going to tell me if I have the eye condition that she had. That's Catrice Lee's age progression. I'm not telling anybody when I'm leaving, but I already do have my ticket. I already have my ticket, so. That's Catrice Lee's sister. That's her as a baby. And that's my oldest daughter. That's my youngest daughter when they were little. And that's Catrice. Yes, I know exactly who. As soon as I get there, I know who I'm supposed to talk to, who I need to ask for. Um, okay, I'm going to show a picture of the suspect and then a picture of who I believe it was. That's the sketch of the suspect that was done a year after the disappearance. That's Sue. So I showed my old doctor because I just got a new one because my old doctor. So there's a reason why I've shown medical professionals the pictures, right? Obvious reasons is because they're medical professions. They could tell you if it's the same child or not, right? Now we're the So, let me get to the. Probably easier just for me to get the fucking box. I think I'm getting somewhere. Ah. Okay, so this is me, right? This is who they say was me. No. They claim this is me. This child has red hair, blue eyes. That is not me. This is me. But this is Catrice Lee. Is this me? That's me. That's me. In 1986. Is this me? Right there. Have the moles. You look at this picture and you zoom in on her thumb. She has a clip thumb. Um, you can ask if I don't feel comfortable answering it. I'm not going to answer it, and I'll let you know if I want to answer it. So you can ask. I've already had unaliving threats from members of the Illuminati. A member from South Africa, in fact, and I took screenshots of it. So you can ask me what you want. If I don't feel comfortable answering it or for what reason, I'll let you know. The mods being very protective. That they're very protective of me. That's why. Well, if I'm Catrice Lee, then I did. I just got to go over to London and talk to who I need to talk to get the DNA test done and prove it. I mean, what are the odds? I have a birthmark in the same area as her. I have moles in the same as her. I have a club thumb. If you zoom in, it looks like she has one. I resemble the family. My daughters both look like her. I'm not saying when I'm going. For obvious reasons. Because of all the roadblocks I've gotten. I'm not saying when I'm going. First thing I'm taking care of is my surgery, obviously. You know. But I already have my ticket and everything, so. And I still have the GoFundMe thing link up too. Which I'm very grateful for the 3 people that did help. That went towards my ticket. So, if you feel called to help, the link is, gotta be careful with what you say on here now. But like I said, whether people help me or not, I'm gonna get there. See, you would think that, but the problem is I've talked to FBI, I've talked to police, I've talked to Center for Missing and Exploited Children, I've recorded the conversations. Yes, I have a passport. I've recorded the conversations. They will not help me. Do you want to know why? Because the family that had me, the ones I called great grandma and great grandpa, that would be the leaders. They called them grandma and mother. They called Alta grandma and mother Hayden. I called her great grandma. I've had my DNA tested to find out if I was changing Michelle Williams. That's in Texas. I don't know why they can't do that, but no, I'm getting roadblock after roadblock, so I don't have a fucking choice. I have to go. Ironically, Catrice is fun. They've been looking for Catrice the whole time. They're very determined, especially her father and her sister. For over 44 years, she's been missing. They've been thinking she's been in Germany this whole time. Or somewhere over there. Here would probably be the last place they would expect. You know, it's funny. You asked me if I have a passport. I already said I have my ticket. So obviously I would have my passport. Yes. I've already been in contact with agencies over there and they want to help me. Only can't because I'm here. You would be surprised the number of phone calls I've made, the agencies I've called. I've even called the U.S. Embassy over there. You know, Catrice's father's been getting a lot of roadblocks all these years too. Yeah, it's amazing what you remember, even at 2 years old. Especially when it's traumatic. It's normal. The memories I've had are actually very normal for a child experiencing a traumatic event like that. I even tried to eat an orange the other day, and then I took one bite and I spit it out. It was disgusting. I would have been born in Germany, but I would have been if I'm Catrice Lee, I was born in Germany, but I would have been a British. She's a British citizen because her father was a sergeant major in the Royal British Army, and they were stationed over there. They were stationed there, I guess. They went there, was stationed there when Catrice's mom was pregnant with her. Bob and Carol were over in West Germany around the time of the disappearance. And on November 26, 1981 was Thanksgiving Day. That's how I figure that's how I figure she would have, the only way she would have been able to take me is if that family went over there for Thanksgiving. Which is very plausible. I can't get help from any agency here. But at least over there they say they want to help me. I hope they do. I mean, wouldn't if you had the power to help someone prove who they were, and if you were able to do that, that would make you a hero. But evidently, some people don't want to be heroes, right? Even though it's their fucking job. See, here's the thing, I played stupid for so long, and I was really good at it. I played stupid for so long, and I was so good at it that people believe I'm stupid, including FBI. They know all about me. They know my real identity. That's why when it came to Tina Michelle Williams, law enforcement, FBI, that actually helped me with that. But when it comes to Catrice Lee, it's roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. I wonder why. There's another female, there's a girl on this app. She's younger than me. Someone sent me her videos the other day. Watching her and listening to her talk, it's like listening to her tell my story. She lived through the same shit I did. That same motherfuckers. Not the same family, but you get the drift. Let me look. Her name is. Come on. Bailey Pink. Bailey space Pink. Bailey Pink. She, yeah. Listening to her talking that and it actually helped me realize that my memories are very fucking real. And, all of it really did happen. Now, Delilah, I'm not. You and my mother are not going to go at it like that. We're not doing that. She asked her name because she's a public profile on here, too. Here's the thing. I don't need any stress, and if you're going to. I'm not dealing with it. No, there's not going to be any arguments in the comment section. We're not doing that. And if you're going to have an attitude with a mod, that's not the best idea. Delilah with one follower, no following, and not following me. Delilah, you've been asking a lot of questions. Who the fuck are you? You're on here. You have one follower, no following. You're not following me, and you're asking me questions, and you're being rude to, and you're trying to argue with my mod. I think that's a wise decision. Delilah, why don't you tell us who you really are? Word. You said give you the word, so I said word. Well, hello, I'm in New York. For now. Arkansas? What part of Arkansas? Ah. Not used to the weather like that, are you? Jack was from Little Rock. Oh, Lord. Yeah, it's always good to have, like, if you can, to have a generator. If you can. Not everybody can. Kind of like why here most houses have gas heat, gas stove, that kind of thing. Because when it's a snowstorm, ice storm, snowstorm, the power can go out, obviously. And so thankfully, the power has not gone out at all. Knock on wood. You know. So, I've decided I'm going to start doing my nails again. Well, I have the first floor of a house. The first floor of a whole house. Well, the neighbor is my landlord. Well, the neighbor in here, obviously there's neighbors around, but well, the neighbors upstairs, my landlord. You know, it's so funny now I'm thinking back. At the time, it wasn't funny. Those motherfuckers saying they were getting me evicted and everything. And the reason I say it's funny now is because my landlord said said I should live here for 50 more years. Say I will never be homeless again, no matter what. So so yeah, it's kind of funny now that looking back on it now. Yeah. No. I don't even know what that is. Sugar tits. Oh. So Carolyn Weber there is asking me questions. Doesn't follow me nothing. I'm curious. Let's all care. Do we have a new set of BS people coming in that were put up to come in here and start some shit? Is that what we're at again? If you're new here and you've been sent here because you're being paid to try and harass me, upset me, whatever the reason, let me stop you and let me reassure you. This has been done many, many times now. It's been going on February 2023. Okay, I'm used to it. It's a rerun. The others gave up. Now they've whoever is behind it has come to other people, offered them money, and you guys. Some people do anything for money, even make somebody's lives miserable because they have no conscience and money means more to them than anything. And so I'm going to stop you right now. If that's the reason you're on here, you're barking up the wrong tree. You're not going to succeed. Trust and believe. I know for a fact I have a very large bounty on my head for anybody that can shut me up. I've known that for quite some time. It's been confirmed to me. It's not going to work. Not going to work. No, I said I'm having major surgery and I'm going to be taking care of myself afterwards. Unless you know something happens between now and then. But no, it's not that new. I've taken care of myself after surgeries over time. Let's think, nobody's ever taken care of me. So I'm going to make sure I have everything where it needs to be. At least the day before, no later than the day before surgery, 2 days before surgery. That way, I have everything set up when I get home. I don't have to bend down to get anything, nothing like that. And, so. But yeah, nobody's ever taken care of me after surgeries. Well, I can't say nobody. I mean, Sean, Linda's actual son, took care of me. The only one that seems to have it okay, is Sean. Uh huh. I have to. 10 years ago, back in 2016, I was misdiagnosed with gastroparesis. And so I've had a foreign object in my body for 10 years. Almost. August of this year would be 10 years. However, found out last year that I have diverticulitis, so they turned the stimulator off back in December, and so now I'm scheduled for February 20th to have it removed. And I'm going to be taking care of myself after surgery. Yay! I'll be alright, alright? I'll be alright. I'll be alright. Yeah, no, I'm just getting the stimulator taken out as of now. It's gonna be so much fun. My landlord did say if I need anything, let her know. But I have problems asking anybody for anything. I will fucking grin and bear it. I take care of myself. Because I have problems asking anybody for anything. Like, I don't know what to do. I asked my doctor that I just basically fired, hey, can you get it set up to where I would have home health care, help at home after surgery? And that was almost a week ago, and nothing. And every time I've called, oh, there's no note of any call from you about this. Okay. So, yeah, even if I kept that doctor, I would still have to take care of myself after surgery. I took care of myself after I got my tubes tied. I took care of myself after I had my hysterectomy. I took care of myself after every laparoscopy, even though, there were people there who just didn't want to do anything to help me. Crawled back and forth from the bathroom to the bedroom. Hopefully I won't have to crawl this time. I'll be alright. But I guess I'm going to make sure I have everything set up the way it needs to be. I already have my clothes hung up or folded on top of the box. I need to get more hangers so I can hang the rest of the stuff up. It'd be easier if I hung it up. How many layers of skin do you have till you get to your stomach? What else do they have to go through? Yeah. All that, I'm telling you. Yeah. Take care of myself afterwards. Like I said, unless something happens between now and then, you know, I'm sure it'll be alright. Everything happens the way it's meant to, even if we don't understand it. So, I think I'm going to end this because I am a bit tired. I don't know what the hell's going on with me. It's only 10:38 or something like that, and I've been getting tired like early, or a lot earlier than usual as of late, and I'm not sure why. I'm wondering if it's because I'm supposed to get as much rest as possible, because, like I said, maybe after everything comes out, I'm not going to be resting at all. I fired that doctor. I see the new doctor after. No, I don't see the new doctor till after my surgery, so it's not going to work. So I'll grin and bear it, and, she said if I need anything, let her know, and I know a couple people that live like across the street. I might go talk to them, let them know what's going on, and also the neighbors maybe, in case I need anything, if I need to call somebody or whatnot. But I think I'll be alright. I said, you never know. Everything happens exactly the way it's meant to. So, anywho. So I was thinking about something. I need to rewrite all of those recipes in a different book because that book is fucking falling apart. Now I have that Grinch journal. Should I write them in there? Should I write the ones that I know I'll use in there, and the ones I really, really want to keep in there? I don't know. Probably get another book. Because the spine of it's falling apart. Damn it. So, this I got before I ever left that house. And That's what I mean by it's falling apart. It's been with me before I was ever homeless. Oh, thank you. But this was with me before I was ever homeless. And it took me about a year to write and either tape or write all the recipes in here. So I think I need another book, because I'm not sure, because I have more recipes to write down too, because I got some off the internet. But I'm not sure they'll all fit in here. So maybe write whatever ones I can in here, and then, or should I just get a bigger book? Should I write, what I can in here, and then write the others in another book? Or should I just get another book? Bigger book? Oh, I'm gonna have to find one. What the hell am I gonna do with this? And don't say use it as a journal, because I don't journal. I don't journal because, well, I used to have diaries, and Brad or whatever would always get into them, and I, even Linda and that would, and they would use it against me, so. You think The Grinch is my favorite? That's not my favorite. I like The Grinch. How The Grinch Stole Christmas, Christmas Time, whatever. I could put the, like, I don't know. I could use this like a dessert recipe cookbook. Cookies, candies, cakes. I'll probably go through this recipe book and, because I'm probably not going to keep all the recipes, because some of them are like date loaf, date bread, grape nuts, something or else. It's like, these are things I'll never make. Date loaf. Okay, let me give you guys an example of just one of the things that they made us sign at that homeless drop-in center, right? I didn't sign it clearly because I still have it. This was during one of the community meetings that they had, the client meetings, which was like every other day or some shit. And so they were talking about whatever, but they handed these papers out and we were supposed to sign them and turn them back in. This one says, I acknowledge that I have received Narcan training and have read and received a copy of the opioid overdose prevention and administration policy. No, the fuck we didn't. No, the fuck we didn't. All the papers that they make the clients sign, all them telling the clients, make sure you sign your name eligibly for meals and everything else, because they get money for every signature. They didn't teach anything about Narcan training. They didn't teach jack shit. But they make the clients sign the papers. And the clients do it without even reading it. It's like, and I started writing my name, and then I read it. I'm like, I'm not signing this. And so I stuck it in here, and that's where it stayed. That place needs to shut up. I'm not gonna lie. You know what's fucked up though? From what I've been told by a lot of homeless people, it's actually the best homeless shelter there is here. I don't understand how. That's how bad they are. Yeah. And when they did the Thanksgiving celebration in 2023, where they made a big deal about the birthday or whatever, because it was on November 23rd. Clearly that was before I knew. They made a huge, big deal about the birthday, or whatever. Went to this restaurant for Thanksgiving and whatnot. Little did I know at the time, until after, that they took all of our pictures of everyone that was going and put them on a fucking website. And that's what they do to get donations and shit like that. This is who the donation's going for. The majority of the time, that place, the food that they serve should not be consumed by humans. Not meant for human consumption, not even animal consumption. It was disgusting. The only time they do it, like when they do stuff that is nice, it's very rare, few and far between. And that's when they take the pictures and that to make it look like we do nice things for the residents all the time. They're happy and this, that, and the other. Well, of course you're happy when you're miserable the rest of the fucking time. That's how they get everyone to smile and right? And so when, like, organizations would come for certain holidays or whatever, such as Christmas, they would take pictures with the residents and everything else, and then so they could see this is what we do, put the money towards, or this is who we fed, or whatever. It's all for publicity and money. I can guarantee you. Now, one of the motherfuckers cares about any of the clients. Those agents, organizations, whatever, that came in and brought the food or whatever. Now, one of those motherfuckers, it's all for publicity. When you are doing stuff nice for homeless people or anybody, right, and you're doing it and then you're taking pictures and posting about it and that kind of thing, that says right there exactly why they're doing it. They don't tell you. I found out from another resident. I didn't even know. Yeah, it's for show, for publicity, for money, for donations. The bottled water that they get donated for the residents, the staff keeps for themselves. Just like the good food that goes for the residents, the staff fucking keeps it for themselves. And the water they give the residents, those water machines, well, the hose that's connected to the water machine that you get the water out of, it goes through a wall into the bathroom and it's connected to the sink in the fucking bathroom. "60 residents, 2 bathrooms, 3 outhouses." When I was there would be, like, this one time in particular, it was always nasty. This one time in particular, I was in line to go to the bathroom, and this dude says, "No, Miss Heather, you don't want to come over here, you don't want to see this." And, stupidly, I looked, there were leeches coming up from underneath the fucking floor up on the fucking toilet bowl. Leeches. Or something very fucking similar. Like, these places, and that's supposedly the best one out of all the centers, out of all the shelters. That's why there's so many homeless people on the streets, because they don't want to be in a place like that. I've taken people to that place because I figure the lesser of two, what's worse, being in the elements or having to deal with that fucking place. So I get people to go there because I try. Because, I was in there for 4 months and out in my home. But then there's been people who've been there for 5 years before I ever got there and are still homeless. And then there's people who got their vouchers, got their places, and are back in that place. Well, it depends on who you talk to. But I'll tell you what, because you gotta understand, it's a good thing I will use hair products, or that I did when I was in there. Because there's also cockroaches, bedbugs, and lice. Which I never got lice because I used hair products. It repels lice. Hair products actually repel lice, so I was grateful that I did use hair products. But it's just... And then the mixing chemicals, like pine sol and bleach. I told them multiple times, you cannot mix those. So are you trying to... Someone... It's fine. These are guys, they think they know more than me. I used to be a janitor. I used to be a fucking janitor. Okay? You don't mix pine salt with bleach. But these dumb motherfuckers are too stupid to understand that. And I told them multiple times, you don't do this shit. They never listened to me. They thought they know more than me, okay? Just like I was sick in there the majority of the time until I started wearing a mask. Once I started wearing a mask, I wasn't sick. I was sick in the beginning, starting to wear a mask, and then I got better. So after wearing a mask for so long, I thought I'd be fine without wearing a mask for maybe an hour, 2 hours. No, I did that and I got sick again because nobody knows how to cover their mouth when they fucking cough or sneeze. Then there's people in there that don't shower. There's very dangerous criminals in there. I knew a guy that was in there, and he had been in prison before because evidently the person pissed him off, and so he set the person aflame. And this is the same dude I was able to say, what the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck on the corner, you're my hoe, I'm your pimp. You're costing me money, bitch. And he would laugh his ass off. I would say this to the same dude that set somebody aflame for pissing him off. For looking at him the wrong way. Big Italian dude. But he respected me. Because I'm very real. All the homeless places here need to be fixed. Just like they need to start having homeless shelters in New Jersey for women. They don't. There are no homeless shelters in New Jersey for women. They're all for men. I found that out when I was on my way here when someone said, I would love it if you came to Staten Island, or I would love it if you moved to Staten Island. I can't remember which they said. So I said, what the fuck, I ain't got nothing to do except I would, go back to Florida, live in my car. So, and I'd never been to New York before. So I came and I got stuck in New Jersey because my car battery, it said check engine now or something wrong with the battery or something like that. So I stayed in New Jersey in the fucking cold, in the freezing, during the end of, in October for a week, 2 weeks, something like that. And then I ended up here. And a week after ending up here, I told one person where I was parked. Told that person where I was parked, and I was gonna go see what kind of help I could get from the homeless drop-in center, and then I was going to get my brakes fixed and head back west when I got paid. Man alive. Anyways, so 30 minutes after I parked the car, someone had called and had my car towed. So that's how I lost my car. Someone did not want me to leave, evidently. Sorry, I'm kind of sidetracked right now. Anyways, sorry, I was looking at something really nice. Anywho, so what was I saying? I don't even remember what the fuck I was saying. That's how distracted I got. Anyways, but yeah, that's how my car got towed, and that's how I ended up in the drop-in center. It's interesting because that shit does not happen here. No, I wish it was Frankie texting. No, it's something else, just notifications. Yeah, it's just notifications for games and stuff. I get them all the time. It's all good. I wish it was Frankie texting. Yeah. I'd be very happy. Anyways. You know what I think? Let's go to the kitchen and we'll make some tea. That's not what I was trying to go for. Where'd it go? That's not what I was trying to do, sorry. Ay, 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 ay. Da, 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 da. So So, but yeah, that's basically how I got my car towed because, yeah, that's what's interesting. Even though my tags were expired, right? All that jazz. With someone calling and having your car towed does not happen here. So the only thing I could think of is the person that I told where I was parked decided to have my car towed so I wouldn't leave. You know. And go back west. Because I was going to go back west. And God only knows what would have happened if I did. I would still be repeating the same fucked up cycles. I still wouldn't have known anything about my true identity. I'd still be thinking I was Philly. I'm still questioning why the name felt so weird being called. So I need to, at some point, in person, I need to thank that person for having that car towed. Because Betty Davis was, in fact, on her last leg as it was. Yeah. Just DM me. So it would be that the person that I told was also the same person that had my car towed. I mean, I did tell the person exactly where I was parked. That's that. Oh, shit. Better order sugar. Gotta make my grocery list for it to be delivered tomorrow. No, it wasn't a tow truck driver that I told. It was someone I told in a message. And that was back in beginning of November of 2023. See, this person knew that Betty Davis was on her last leg as it was. And also knew that I had gotten to an accident. I'm pretty sure knew exactly how bad the car actually was. With the wiring taped up on the dashboard next to the steering wheel. I drove around the country like that. Because my ex fucking tore up my car. The reason Betty Davis was as bad as she was is because of my ex. If you're ever with someone and you had the first signs of toxic narcissistic shit where you tell them you don't want to be with them because you're getting whatever reason, and they decide to break your shit, leave. It only gets worse. I know from experience. I also think that this person knew that if I had gone back, I think they may have been worried that I might have gone back to my ex. Fuck that motherfucker. Fuck that motherfucker. You know. So, yeah. Whatever the reason, at some point I'm hoping that this person and I have a conversation, because this person and I haven't had a conversation about it yet. And it's been a few years. And I want to ask this person why. Because I know they did it. But you know it's for the best. Because if they hadn't done it, I would have stupidly gone back west. And I wouldn't be where I am now. I would have been probably getting poisoned and everything else again. Shit. Or only God knows what would have happened to me. You know? Everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. Whether you know the reason or not. Trust me, I don't know the reason why I'm here. I don't know why I'm in Staten Island. I don't know why I'm in New York. I've questioned that this whole time I've been here. What the fuck am I doing here? Because I have no fucking idea. What the fuck was I doing? I should have just gone back to fucking Florida. Shit. But alas. Not in the car anymore. In my own home. For the time being, my home. This isn't my forever home. This is just a stop along the way. And I'll only be here as long as I'm supposed to be here. Pretty soon I'll be going wherever I'm supposed to be going next. You know? Hang on a second, guys. I gotta mute this. Wait, never mind. I don't. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Had to do something. Anyways, what was I talking about? Anywho, I'm a very happy camper. Give a little whistle, give a little whistle. Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. Make love with you is all I want to do. Loving you is something else to dream come true. Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. Make love with you is all I wanna do. Loving you is more than just a dream come true. Every time we go, I'm more in love with you. What to do? So, you know what sucks more than anything? How much I miss him. And boy, do I miss him. You know, it sounds weird and it sounds stupid and crazy to some people because I've never been in a relationship with him. I cherish every moment we've ever spent together, though. In that video, very special video that I cherish. As much as I love the video, it's not the same as having the real thing. You know? It's so bad. Is it too much to ask for the real thing? I guess under the circumstances. Tell you one thing, being in love with somebody who's in the entertainment business is very different than if you were in love with someone with a normal job. Because if it was someone with a normal job, they'd just tell you how they felt about you. Can you come up and help me? Who are you? I don't even know who you are, dude. You're asking me to help you. Help, like, who? Come up where and help who? What? Can I come up and help you? I don't know who you are. You're asking for my help. To come help you do what? I'm intrigued. Kaylin. Help you what? I'm actually really intrigued now. And also confused. I missed something? Because I'm like, how am I supposed to help you when I don't know who you are? For all I know, you could be a Illuminati member. Shit. If that's the case, you're barking up the wrong motherfucking tree. So, Kaylin, are you still here? What is it you're asking me to help you with? I'm alright, I'm here. Really missing somebody right now. Obviously, I always But I have decided I'm going to start doing my nails again. Just waiting for the stuff in the mail. Because I found out why my nails are so brittle and why they break so easily too. It's because of my autoimmune disease. And my nails have always been like that. Brittle hair, brittle nails, where my hair felt like really dead and everything. Till I started wearing a bonnet and not washing it every day and that kind of thing. It's caused by the autoimmune disease. And so, no matter what I do, I'm going to, might as well do my nails then. Now people asking me for help. I don't know what you want my help with. When people ask me for help, don't want to tell me what they need my help with. That's like, how am I supposed to help you? Or even know what? Oh, me? I have problems asking for help, but, kinda. I mean, I have a GoFundMe, set up to help me, because I need to go to the UK. And I gotta do a DNA test to prove who I really am and everything. I got my ticket already. The GoFundMe is still up because I'm, trying to raise the money to help me, while I'm there. Sugar tits, that's not how that works. Oh, is that what you came on for? So you ask if somebody needs help, and then they tell you they do, and then you are a smartass, right? You just chuckling right now, laughing it up. Don't make me make predictions that you're not gonna like. Okay? Because while you're laughing and I'm making a big joke out of when people need help, I'm sitting here trying to prove my real identity so I can get justice for myself and other children that were victims. And reunite with my family after 40 plus years. My real family. So, if you're on here and you're asking for if I need help or whatever, just to make a joke or whatever you thought you were going to accomplish, you look fucking stupid. Sweetie, you can't even say the English language properly. Try you what, sweetheart? Oh, your boyfriend's a guard. I'm shaking. Hey, I grew up around a bunch of fucking monsters. I have the most powerful cult in the world terrified of me, and you want to act a fool. I'm shaking. Maybe you should do your research on the Illuminati and then come talk to me. The most powerful cult in the world? Yeah. Do your research on them, find out what they're capable of, and then come talk to me after you figure out why they're terrified of me. Okay? So if you think your little peon little boyfriend could do anything to me, okay, sugar tits, even though I've proven everything I've said, right? Including me having an unaliving threat by a member from South Africa. Yeah. Nice try. You must be new here. And if you're not, you're real fucking foolish because I've proved everything I've said. I don't lie, sugar tits. You, however, do. Now, anything else you want to say? everything I say is a lie, okay? You look so dumb right now. See, we're back to the rerun. Everybody that's been on here for quite some time, you remember what was going on before, right? Here we are back to the reruns. You might want to go back to the drawing board because you're not the first person who's been paid to do this shit. Go look up Heather McCord on YouTube before you want to come run your mouth. And it might show you things that have been going on or have gone on. And you might want to think twice before you run your goddamn mouth to me. Okay? Shit don't work with me. And how old are you? Sweetie, I think it's past your bedtime, isn't it? Yeah. I don't need someone who's either a child or off their fucking rocker to run their mouth because they don't know a fucking thing they're talking about. Miserable with their own goddamn existence. Anywho. Ain't it great? Here we go again. Right? Same shit, different day. Wonder how much they're getting paid. That's where I'm at with it. You gotta be dumb as a box of fucking rocks to do this shit now to me. After everything. That's because I blocked them. I'm not gonna deal with the stupidity and nonsense. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with someone that doesn't know their ass from a hole in the fucking ground. You know, been there, done that. I have more important things to deal with. Don't you know? Move a little closer. Get a little closer. Or that, was it from the 80s or 90s? The Get a Little Closer commercial. They'll never learn. You know. So anybody else want to run their mouth? Go ahead, you're being paid to, right? Go ahead. You know what's funny? When people want to claim I'm lying still, right? Let me show you why it's so funny. when you have proof of what you say. You have proof. Eastern Star, Masons, that letter, pictures, documents. Yeah, but I'm lying about all of it, right? Not like I haven't shown everything a million times now. Not to mention the member from South Africa who gave me the unaliving threat and all those messages. I have screenshots of everything still. I've kept everything. People are fucking stupid if they think that this is going to work this time when it never worked before. I still have the screenshots from her pretending to be my sister and the mother and the other sister. I have all those screenshots still. You would be very stupid to start the shit again. Don't you think? But that would take common sense, wouldn't it? Anywho, I have more important things to worry about than little immature people who are off their goddamn rockers who will take money for anything. I guess trying to discredit me again and worry about what the fuck they say, think, or do. I don't give a shit. And then threaten me with their boy. My boyfriend's a guard. A guard for what? A basketball team? A security guard? What kind of guard is he? Cause I'm like, because she said her boyfriend was a guard. What kind of guard? Because I've been security. I've been a security guard. Hell, I've done wrestling in high school. Backyard wrestling. I'm a lot stronger than I look. So please, play games. And, let's see how it goes. Feeling froggy leap, motherfucker. Before people take money, and I'm going to say this because there's 34 people on here at least watching, and I know some are on here for the wrong reasons. And I want to make myself abundantly clear to those ones who are on here for the wrong reasons, who think they're going to eventually open their mouth and run it, and write checks their asses can't cash. Save it. Just save it. You will be wasting your time, your energy, and you're not going to like the outcome. Just ask little Dalton. Whatever happened to him? Or, the other Heather. I wonder whatever happened to her. Or members of the Illuminati that had been on here and that. I wonder whatever happened to them. But go ahead, take the money from whoever paid you and run your mouth. Please go ahead. I'm waiting. No? None? See, here's the thing. You can't do any worse to me than has already been done. I've been called everything you could think of. I've been accused of everything under the fucking goddamn sun. I've been made out to look like the worst of the worst, and nothing has worked. Nothing has worked. So save your time and energy. Because if you don't, and you do the stupid shit, I'm gonna have to start making predictions, and you're not gonna like what happens if I do. Ask anybody that's watched me long enough to know how my predictions work. I just say something and I say I predict it's gonna happen. I only say I predict to make it fun. But it always happens. Everything I've said I predicted was gonna happen has in fact happened. Like I said, it's not predictions, it's just me saying I predict because it's a fun way of doing it. See, now they say witches need, the spells, the tools, the herbs, all that, right? I just say things and they happen. And it's been proven. So, see, my stalker's been trying for since February 2023. Yeah, they've been trying. It got bad there for a while, and now like it's just all a rerun. It'll stop for a little while, then they'll think they'll stop till they think I let my guard down, and they'll start back up. Like even if I let my guard down, it's gonna make a fucking bit of fucking difference. Like, for example, call me a liar all you want. What the fuck good does that do? Right? And how am I a liar if I prove everything I say? So, I will no longer be drinking the celestial teas because, come to find out, there's parasites and shit in them. So once I heard that, I'm like, I threw what I had left away of that celestial seasoning tea. If there's poisons and parasites and shit like that, no, thank you. I'm good. I'll buy the more expensive tea, thank you. It tastes better anyway. So, I still have to make my list. Excuse me. Yeah, look it up. There's parasites and shit in it. That's why I threw mine away. If you haven't opened it, take it back to the store. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, here, I'll look it up just to prove to you, yes, it's real. You know me, I don't bullshit anything. Are there parasites or poisons in the celestial seasonings tea? Fuck. Does the celestial seasonings tea have parasites or poison in it?
There's no evidence of parasites in celestial seasonings tea.
You know,
Some tests have shown trace amounts of pesticides.
Pesticides,
These are
not
not considered
parasites.
poisons and are common in many
Pesticides.
foods. The tea meets safety standards.
Oh, there's pesticides in it, but it meets safety standards. I'm sorry, but no amount of pesticides is safe for me. Even 10, even 5, even 1 pesticide in tea is not, no, I'm good. But no, it's not a recall. Yeah. Of course, I would, like, for me, I wouldn't. That's why I don't gatekeep anything. If I find something out, I'm gonna fucking say it. You know? Because I wouldn't, if I found out somebody knew something and didn't tell me, like something like that, I would be very pissed off. You knew that shit? You didn't fucking tell me? What the fuck? By the way, if you go to my main page and go to my, oh god, what do you call it? My, fucking get on it now, shit. For fuck's sakes, what the fuck?
You only ever date guys in other countries. God fuck.
Daniel Scotsman. Alright, if you go to my main page and go to my showcase, I will tell you what works that I have bought. And if I've never... See, what happens is when I request a free sample, whether I get it or not, it adds it to my showcase. When I get the samples, when I get the things saying, wanting to collab, whether I get approved for the sample or not, it goes on my showcase. I don't fucking know why it did it. Even when I add something to my cart, it goes to my showcase. So here's what works. Those Goddess of the Sea washes and that 100% works. The Lafar, her Juicy Feminine probiotic gummies, those work. The base shampoo and conditioner, it works. I'm gonna start going. I'm gonna go back to the Body Excel toothpaste because I don't like the shit that I got that go whatever it begins with a G. I can't pronounce it, but it's not my thing. So I'm going back to my favorite one. There's this Dio's body deodorant. You take 1 pill a day. They work. They work from the inside out. So, like, it's a pill, but it has mint and everything else in it. I take it. I like, 100%. The shampoo and conditioner I use, that is the Baskin Lather Company. Amazing. The All Clean Balm makeup multi-purpose makeup remover face wash stuff. I love that shit. Let's see. What else have we gotten on here? The GNC vitamin packets. Yeah, I get those are amazing. The HKY Cooling Calming Face Mask. It works great. It makes your skin really cold, or it feels like it's burning sometimes. But my skin is so sensitive, so it doesn't work. Like, I tend to break out because my skin is sensitive, so I gotta be careful with what I use. I did get a phone charger which worked for a little while, but then it just went kaput. It's like, don't waste your money on it. I mean, it's $5.99 plus shipping or whatever, but yeah. The Harim Al Sultan Gold, to die for. I love it. I just got the perfume oil and the perfume spray. I love that shit. The kind patches, any of the kind patches, they're great. Let's see. Bitch, I did not say do that. Jesus. I have a shit ton on here of things I haven't even tried because I got either denied or they're in my cart. The Brothers Cosmetic Nail Growth Oil. Don't get that. You'd be wasting your money. The double layer satin bonnet is amazing. That's why my hair looks the way it does. If you have hair, get yourself a fucking double-sided satin bonnet. Make sure it has the tie, because that way it stays on your head all night. See, I use the bonnet, and I also have a silk pillowcase. That's what you need for your hair. Don't listen to anybody if they say, oh, it's cultural appropriation. No, the fuck it's not. You have hair, it's for hair. That's what the fuck it's for. Get it. Anyways. The HKH collagen capsules, they're great. The Sea-like probiotics oral spray, that's really good. Let's see what else. Shapewear, don't waste your time with. And of course, the snow boots for women, those are great. I got the rainbow ones. The money bracelet. You know how everybody goes crazy about the money bracelets and all these manifestation bracelets, right? Oh, I keep getting money every day. I find it all the time, right? I have the money bracelet. I have 2 different types of money bracelets, and it was like that's what I can't stand. So, people just make a big deal out of products even when they suck and don't do a fucking thing. That's why I'm always very honest about products. Oh, by the way, cleanses. If you are ever thinking about getting a cleanse, don't. Because I have it under good authority by a doctor that the cleanses are not good for you. Especially if you have diverticulitis, that can rupture your colon and intestine and everything else. So, yeah, I have to figure out how to, figure out what I'm going to do. Because I want to lose weight, I want to get in the best shape of my life. I would love to get down to about 150 pounds. But now I'm like, how am I going to do that? I got to redo how I eat, how I cook, how I exercise, because the way I exercise, I push myself and then I injure myself. It's not a good thing. Yeah. Oh, the those tights that look like tights, but they're actually fleece inside or whatever, they're really warm. I wear those all the time. Those are great. Oh, and that if you ever come across that one perfume cologne stuff, the Bella Vive or whatever, honey something, honey ode. Don't get that nasty shit. That's nasty shit. You don't want that nasty shit. And if you get it and you don't like it, you can't, like, try and return it. Good luck. I ended up giving it to my neighbor, to my landlord, because I sent it back, and then they sent it, but it never did go back. I ended up getting it returned to me. But I did get my money back eventually. But yeah, don't waste your money, don't waste your fucking time. But yeah, there's a bunch of different shit on in my showcase here, so you know. And I can commission, which helps me a lot. And that's me. It is 11:53. I do think I'm gonna end this because I am tired. Um, yeah. And this is how I was sitting, and before I went live, that's how I ended up in so much pain, is sitting like this. Oh my god. So, Every time I turn around, Club invite school. Why would you send... Then you get sent collab invites that fucking, that you accept or whatever, and then the company decides, oh, never mind, and then they change their mind, I guess. What in the world? I wonder. Hmm. Anywho, I do think I'm going to end this because, you know, it's midnight, so. Anywho, I hope y'all have a great day, great evening, whatever time it is where you're at, and until next time, I will see y'all later. Have a good night, guys. Night.